Hello, everyone. Welcome to Meow's Crazy, the Dragon Boat Festival Bedtime Story Special. We hope you get a good night's sleep while also learning about the origins of the Dragon Boat Festival. Long, long ago, during China's ancient warring states period, there was a great poet and statesman named Qu Yuan. He was born into an aristocratic family in the state of Chu and was exceptionally intelligent from a young age, excelling in literature and poetry. As he grew up, Qu Yuan became the left minister of Chu, assisting King Huai in implementing a series of reforms aimed at strengthening the country and improving the lives of the people. Qu Yuan was a patriotic poet whose heart was filled with love for his country and compassion for its people. He often wrote beautiful poems that criticized corrupt officials and expressed his deep love for the nation. Although Qu Yuan's reforms enhanced the state's strength, they also offended many nobles who opposed and envied him. In the royal court of Chu, there was a treacherous minister named Zilan, who was full of jealousy and hostility towards Qu Yuan. Outwardly respectful, Zilan secretly slandered Qu Yuan in front of the king, accusing him of treason. Initially, King Huai trusted Qu Yuan deeply, but under Zilan's influence, he began to doubt him. Despite the growing mistrust, Qu Yuan remained steadfast in his beliefs, hoping to change the king's mind through his dedicated efforts. One day, the neighboring state of Qin attacked Chu. Qu Yuan advocated for a defensive strategy and suggested forming alliances with other states to resist the invasion. However, Zilan advised King Huai to launch an immediate counterattack, falsely claiming that Qu Yuan was cowardly and fearful. King Huai heeded Zilan's advice, leading to a devastating defeat. The king, in his anger, blamed Qu Yuan for the disaster and banished him to a distant region far from the capital. In exile, Qu Yuan was filled with sorrow and despair, yet he never ceased to care for his country. In his solitude, he wrote many poignant poems, such as Li Sao and Tian Wen, expressing his love for the nation and his dissatisfaction with the current state of affairs. Qu Yuan's poems spread throughout Chu, and the people were deeply moved by his plight. Despite Qu Yuan's exile, the situation in Chu continued to deteriorate. The country became increasingly unstable, and the people's lives grew harder. Watching his beloved country decline, Qu Yuan was overwhelmed with grief and helplessness. Finally, on a rainy day, the 5th day of the 5th lunar month, Qu Yuan walked to the banks of the Miluo River. He threw his beloved manuscripts into the river and then leapt in himself, ending his life in a final act of defiance and sorrow. When the villagers learned of Qu Yuan's death, they were heartbroken. They rowed their boats out into the river, searching for his body, and threw rice wrapped in bamboo leaves into the water, hoping that the fish and shrimp would eat the rice instead of Qu Yuan's body. They also beat drums and splashed their oars to scare away the fish and protect Qu Yuan's remains. These actions gradually evolved into the customs of dragon boat racing and eating zongzi, rice dumplings. Every year on this day, villagers would gather by the Miluo River to race dragon boats and hold solemn memorial ceremonies for the great poet. The dragon boats, speeding across the river, symbolized the people's search for Qu Yuan and their admiration for his courageous spirit. Dragon boat racing became a vital activity, showcasing unity and bravery and attracting more participants each year. The tradition of making zongzi also spread far and wide. People wrapped glutinous rice in bamboo leaves, adding fillings such as red dates and bean paste, and boiled them into delicious rice dumplings. These zongzi not only symbolized the remembrance of Qu Yuan, but also became a food that people shared to celebrate family reunion and happiness. Every Dragon Boat Festival, families would gather to make zongzi, enjoying this special treat together. Over the years, Qu Yuan's story and spirit have been passed down through generations. The Dragon Boat Festival became a day to commemorate this great poet, reminding us to uphold justice, love our country, and persevere through hardships. On this special day, while enjoying delicious zongzi and watching exciting dragon boat races, we should remember Qu Yuan's loyal heart and his selfless dedication to his nation. Children, it's time to go to sleep now. May this story bring you dreams of the beautiful river and the great poet Qu Yuan. Good night and sweet dreams to everyone.